Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Estate Night School. How you all doing today? So Monday, the real estate market. Yes, that's what we are talking about today. So we started a series last week, and that's where we are continuing today on the impact of the reconstruction of the Lagos Ibadan Expressway on the property market in that axis. So what are going to be the impact of your property, whether you are in real estate business, whether you're about to go to the real estate business, that is what we are going to be talking about today. So, welcome to the Real Estate Night School. So, my name still remains Okwe Oluwa Oni. Yes, your cash flow king. So, I'm passionate about people making money from their piece of real estate. You don't just need, why buy a property if it can't appreciate, and why buy a property if you can't make money from it? It doesn't make sense at all. So let's get started tonight. So every Monday we talk about the real estate market. We have a series we've talked about the Bejuleki market already. You can check it out on this same platform. But today we are talking about the real estate, the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. So what is the impact of this road reconstruction? So I gave some background last. I was diving into some of those impacts. So last week we talked about the high demand and high price. So today I'm going to narrow it down to specifics. So which area? Because people have been asking. So now which one will we put money? Go. Which one should we put money? Okay. So hotels. In fact, before we even go into this, because that road, a lot of truck and long haul driver passes through that road. So everything that feed them, their needs, everything that feed their need is going to sell on that road. So hotels, event center, short lets, apartments. These are things, all these I'm saying are based on research. So these are activities that you need to consider for that axis, especially for those of us that are thinking of what business or what are the investment that you need to do in that axis, because there's going to be high demand. Of course, there will be high demand for school, hospital, and all of that. In fact, I was having a discussion with a friend, and could you believe that in the whole of Arepo, Mowe, and some of those axes, I think they only have one CBT center. That was as at last year. I don't know how many CBT centers they have now. So imagine that. In fact, as at last week, I was having a discussion with someone in Mowe, and the person was telling me that there's serious need for more schools in that axis because of the volume of people that are moving towards that area. So these are indicators of things that you need to invest in case you are thinking of what to invest in that area based on some of the questions and feedback that I got. So schools, hotel, there's enough filling station in that area already. So okay, and church, of course, church is not a business, but more people are going to move into that area. They'll need a place of worship, and of course, everything that affects the day-to-day running of human life, we need to invest in them. So that is very, very important. That's very, very important. So somebody is asking too, is that should we still do land banking? So the next thing is that you can still do land banking in that area. Yes, land banking is very, very important because in the next 10 years, the property value in that area will not peak yet. And there are still places that you can still keep expanding to. So in the next 10 years, the property value in that area is not even close to being peak. So there are places you can still invest into. So land banking can still sell very, very, very well. So please take note of that. So and please note, when you are doing land banking, part of some of the feedbacks I've gotten and some of the questions some of you have asked me is that what are the things do I need to do? So basically, there are 5 things you need to do. Investigate before you buy. That's very, very important. Investigate before you buy. You don't want to buy and enter into a problem. That's number one. I still have a separate video on that anyway. So, but investigate before you buy. So that's one. Number two is that after purchase, sort out your documentation. After your documentation, take possession. Then after taking possession, what you do next is occupation. So somebody must constantly be watching over the place for you, and then cash flow. The place must be generating cash flow for you. So that is very, very important. Then you can cash out. You can cash out. So that these are the basic things that you do. So they are separate discussion. But just because I mentioned land banking, that's the reason why I have to digress. So the next thing that is going to be impacted is recreation. There will be high demand for recreation. Yes, there will be high demand for recreation in that axis. So you don't want to miss out on the recreation market there. So there will be high demand for recreation. So don't want to miss out on the recreation market in that axis. So people will need place to relax. People will need places to mingle, bars, hotels. I think I've mentioned hotels, play area, parks for children. So these are things that if you are thinking of any business that you need to do, shopping mall, a lot. Just think of it, waterfall area, any recreation there, because the volume of people in that is going to receive. In fact, one of the research I saw is that the Mowe has absorbed a lot of Mowe. The reason I'm mentioning Mowe is I have a project in Mowe, so not just Mowe. That Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has absorbed a lot of people that are, there's something called, not necessarily urban rural migration, but there's a lot of migration outside places like Lagos because of the high cost of living. So Mowe absorbed a lot of those Lagos Ibadan, as well as Mowe, Arepo, Wawa, all those axes, till you get to even Shagamu, absorbed a lot of people. So a lot of people in Lagos work in that axis. So there are a lot of things that are available in Lagos City Center that you can equally go and replicate in that axis. So that's very, very important. You need to take note of it. So recreation is key. It is very, very key. There's a lot of people there are a large volume of people that build houses in those axes that they work in Lagos and they only move back to their base on the weekend, and they just need a place to relax. They don't want to go back on the Saturday and Sunday and still be stressed. No, they just need a place to relax. So please, recreation is very, very important. And Nigeria, we have a lot of public holidays. So during those public holidays too, people need places that they can relax. So we need to provide that for them. And there will be need for camp houses, because that place is a lot of church activities and religious activities in that area. And there will be more churches that will still be moving towards that. In fact, there are a lot of churches that have property on that road, that because of the traffic that often happen on that, that's why they've not been using their camp. So most of those camps are going to be reignited. So you need to position. So all the business that surround church camping and religious camping too is going to be on a high demand. And there are a lot of people, in fact, I know people that are Redeem members that have stopped going to camp because of traffic. But now that by the time they know that traffic has significantly reduced, they are going to start going back. Probably start going back to church. So recreation in land banking. So those are the three major areas that the impact of that road is going to have on the property market in that axis. So you need to position yourself. So one of the questions I got to is that, okay, now you're telling us all these things, how do I position myself? I don't have much fun. My brother, my sister, real estate is a game of number. And cash always give you an advantage, and cash always give you a hedge. So you cannot deny the impact of cash. So that's just the reality. You cannot deny the impact of cash when it comes to real estate game. So, however, if you can't build hotel, you can't play with big boys. So you invest in some of these things that I've mentioned. I believe there are areas you can equally play. Probably you have a school and your school is not in that axis. Why not go set up a school there, start small, expand big, and all of those things? School basically use other people's money to expand. So why not do that? So that's one of the advantage. You have so a lot of things. People consume. Millions of people are on that corridor already. POS business, in fact. So we say, POS business and a whole lot of things. There are people that stays in Shagam that have to come to Mowe. Mowe is their city center. Imagine if there's a mall along Makun area. Imagine the new Makun estate. So these are some of the things that you need to seriously consider. And if you are low, low. So there are land you can still buy, you can still do land banking. There are plots of land, half plot that you can still get within that axis between 100 and 500,000 naira. So if you need my help, of course, there's a number that is scrolling that you can always reach me on, of course. So that's the short one for tonight. And that will be all for tonight. Yes. So in case you have any questions, there's a number scrolling on your screen right now. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's do business together. Bye for now. Thank you very much. Have a great and wonderful night rest. Bye.
Mowe needs no more introduction when it comes to real estate investment. So let me take you through 4 reasons Mowe should be your ideal choice for a home. Number 1, Mowe is a serene and natural environment. It offers a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. It provides a peaceful living environment where you can stay relaxed. And again, on hectic days, you get to see the town's beauty in all its glory. Number 2, Mowe is an affordable investment opportunity. You see, compared to other major metropolitan locations, Mowe Town affords you an opportunity of home ownership as the property prices are affordable, which leads me to my next point. Number 3, Mowe has a high appreciation value. You see, research has shown that the value of plots in Mowe has experienced remarkable growth over the past 10 to 15 years. You see, previously, plots were sold for as low as 50,000 naira, but as of today, you get plots for 5 million or even higher, and this is as a result of the development that have been happening in the area. And lastly, Mowe's strategic position in nearness to Lagos ensures that you can easily get essential services like schools, malls, hospitals, and so on. This way you get to enjoy both worlds, the peaceful living and also easy access to essential services. Call in now to start a journey with us.